Captain Alex Mercer adjusted the controls of his small reconnaissance ship as it glided silently over the rugged surface of Earthra Station's outer asteroid belt. The station itself was a sprawling colony carved into a series of massive gray asteroids, linked by magnetic tethers and bustling with human miners, engineers, and security personnel. Despite years of coexistence, the relationship between humans and alien species on the station was tense. Humans dominated trade and mining operations, while alien factions, such as the Xyrathi, provided advanced technology in exchange for safe passage and protection. Alex had grown used to the subtle tension, but today something in the air felt different, almost electric. He had been assigned a routine scouting mission to the periphery of the asteroid belt, a region known for sudden meteor showers and occasional rogue alien activity. As he navigated through the narrow crevices and floating debris, his sensors picked up an unusual energy signature, a burst of heat followed by a faint, rhythmic pulse. Curious, he altered his course and approached cautiously, his instincts telling him this was no ordinary anomaly. The closer he got, the more he could feel the tension of something extraordinary unfolding nearby. As he rounded a jagged asteroid ridge, a deafening explosion rocked the silence. Alex's ship lurched violently, sending him gripping the controls as alarms blared. Smoke and fire trailed from a nearby mining site, one that had been abandoned weeks earlier. The energy pulse on his sensors intensified, revealing figures moving with precision and speed. Alien soldiers, heavily armed and cloaked in dark armor, were dragging a luminous figure through the rubble. The figure's light cut through the dust and fire like a beacon. Even from this distance, Alex could tell it was not human. Without hesitation, he maneuvered his ship closer, scanning for weak points in the alien formation. His training took over, every muscle attuned to calculation and action. The figure being dragged, a female form, but taller and more imposing than any human, was bound in restraints that pulsed faintly with alien energy. Her presence seemed regal, commanding, and despite her predicament, she exuded calm and authority. Alex knew instantly who she was, the alien Queen Elira, a leader of the Xyrathi species and a figure of immense importance in interstellar politics. The soldiers moved quickly, but Alex's timing was impeccable. Using his ship's grappling harpoons, he launched a precise series of strikes that disabled two of the alien soldiers, sending them tumbling into the asteroid's jagged crevices. The sudden chaos gave him a clear path to land near the Queen. He engaged the thrusters carefully, avoiding debris, and leapt from his ship with a portable plasma rifle in hand. The alien soldiers turned toward him, their movements sharp and calculated, but Alex was faster. He fired carefully, hitting critical points in their armor that caused temporary system failures. One by one, the alien soldiers fell, scrambling and groaning in frustration. Finally, only the leader remained, a massive Xyrathi warrior with glowing green eyes that scanned Alex with suspicion. Alex did not hesitate. He dodged a swipe from the warrior's energy blade and countered with a well-aimed shot that disabled the weapon. The warrior dropped to one knee, acknowledging defeat with a subtle bow, a gesture Alex did not expect from an enemy. Alex rushed to the Queen, cutting her restraints with a plasma scalpel. As the bindings fell away, Elira's form seemed to glow brighter, her eyes meeting Alex's with a mixture of curiosity, gratitude, and something else, something he could not name. Her gaze was intense, almost as if she could peer into his thoughts. Despite the language barrier, Alex felt a connection forming, a silent communication passing between them. "You're safe now," he said softly, unsure if she understood. She did not respond verbally, but her posture relaxed, and she extended a hand, brushing it lightly against his arm in what seemed like a gesture of thanks. Even though he could not understand her words, her presence was commanding yet serene, and Alex realized that she was not just an alien leader. She was a being of immense intelligence and grace. The two of them moved quickly across the unstable asteroid, avoiding collapsing tunnels and fires that erupted from the damaged mining site. Alien predators, native to the asteroid's harsh environment, stirred from the chaos, drawn to movement and energy. Alex fired his rifle with precision, each shot careful to conserve energy and ammunition, while Elira seemed to anticipate danger, moving with an almost supernatural awareness. She did not need to speak. Her gestures and subtle telepathic signals guided him through the treacherous terrain. As they navigated deeper into the asteroid, Alex found a natural cave that offered temporary shelter. He guided Elira inside, where the soft glow from her body illuminated the dark, jagged walls. He studied her carefully, noticing the intricate patterns along her skin, shimmering like liquid metal in the dim light. Her eyes held stories, knowledge, and wisdom beyond human comprehension. She regarded him with a calm curiosity, observing his movements and expressions, understanding more than words could convey. Alex set up a small energy barrier to protect them from further attacks and began assessing their situation. The Queen's ship had been damaged beyond immediate repair, and the asteroid's surface was crawling with hostile forces seeking to capture her. He would have to improvise, relying on human ingenuity and quick thinking to keep them both alive. As he worked, Elira remained close, her presence both reassuring and slightly intimidating. He realized that she had already decided to trust him, despite the danger and uncertainty. Through improvised communication, Alex learned fragments of her thoughts, flashes of her life, her responsibilities, and the peril her people faced. She was not just a leader in name. She carried the weight of an entire species on her shoulders. Alex felt a surge of respect and empathy, realizing that his actions had consequences far beyond the immediate danger. He was not just saving a life. He was protecting the future of an entire civilization. The night on the asteroid was long and silent, broken only by distant tremors and the occasional flash of energy from outside. Alex kept watch, ensuring that no hostile forces breached their temporary shelter. Elira remained beside him, occasionally touching the controls or signaling directions with subtle gestures. Despite the language barrier, a bond was forming, a connection rooted in mutual respect, trust, and shared survival. As dawn approached, Alex prepared to venture outside to gather resources and assess the damage to the Queen's ship. He glanced at Elira, who followed him closely, her eyes reflecting determination and curiosity. She was no longer a passive figure needing protection. She was a partner in survival, and her presence was a constant reminder of the stakes at hand. Together, they would have to navigate not just the physical dangers of the asteroid, but the political and interstellar consequences of their actions. The first light of day revealed the full scope of the devastation. Smoke rose from the mining site, and debris floated in the low gravity of the asteroid belt. Alex moved carefully, scanning for threats while gathering materials to repair communication arrays and basic ship systems. Elira assisted, her alien abilities allowing her to manipulate technology in ways Alex could not fully understand. They worked in tandem, each action reinforcing their growing trust and cooperation. As the day wore on, Alex realized that returning to Earthra Station immediately would be impossible. Hostile forces were already converging, drawn by the disturbance and the presence of the Queen. He made a silent decision. They would move to a secondary asteroid base he knew of, a hidden outpost with minimal human presence. There, they could regroup, plan, and repair the Queen's ship without interference. The journey to the hidden outpost was perilous. Alex piloted his small shuttle through narrow asteroid passages, dodging debris and energy bursts from pursuing forces. Elira remained calm, her presence guiding him with subtle mental nudges, almost anticipating threats before they appeared. They moved as one, human skill complemented by alien instinct. By the time they reached the hidden outpost, exhaustion weighed heavily on both of them. Alex secured the area, ensuring they were not followed, while Elira began scanning for any lingering threats. Her glow illuminated the outpost's interior, revealing old equipment, supplies, and a communications console. Alex felt a sense of relief mixed with awe. They were safe for now, but the challenges ahead were just beginning. As they settled in, Alex looked at Elira and realized something profound. This was no longer a simple rescue mission. He had saved the alien Queen, but in doing so, he had become a part of something far greater. Elira would not allow him to leave her side, not out of obligation, but because she recognized in him a kindred spirit, a human capable of courage, ingenuity, and empathy. Together, they would face whatever dangers lay ahead, and perhaps, in the process, change the fate of galaxies. That night, Alex rested beside the Queen, her presence a quiet comfort and a constant reminder of what he had fought for. Outside, the asteroid belt stretched endlessly, a sea of stars and danger waiting for their next move. And though the future was uncertain, one thing was clear. Alex Mercer and Queen Elira were bound by trust, survival, and a growing bond that neither could ignore. The stars above seemed to shine brighter, reflecting the beginning of a new alliance, one that would test the limits of human courage and alien wisdom. And for Alex, there was no turning back. He had saved the alien queen, and now, in ways he had yet to understand, she would not let him leave her side. Alex Mercer and Queen Elira left the hidden outpost at first light, moving cautiously through the asteroid belt. Every maneuver had to be precise, every path carefully chosen because they were now hunted. Rumors of the human who had saved the Xyrathi queen had spread faster than either of them realized, drawing attention from mercenaries, rogue alien factions, and opportunistic human corporations eager to claim her power for themselves. Each passing hour increased the risk, and Alex knew they could not linger in one place for long. The queen, though injured and shaken from the previous attack, displayed a remarkable calm and focus. Her luminous form glowed softly in the cockpit, casting subtle light on the instruments and controls. Alex found himself adjusting to her presence, feeling both awe and responsibility. Her silence was not empty. It carried meaning, subtle signals that guided him without words. Her eyes followed every movement, analyzing, calculating, always a step ahead. As they navigated the dense field of floating debris and fractured rock, Alex kept his sensors on high alert. Small energy signatures appeared and disappeared, suggesting they were being tracked. He adjusted their course through a narrow tunnel carved by ancient asteroid collisions, trusting his instincts and the Queen's silent guidance. Elira leaned forward slightly, her energy pulses synchronizing with the shuttle's movements as if she were an extension of the ship itself. Their first encounter came sooner than expected. A patrol of heavily armed alien drones emerged from a crevice in the asteroid field, their metal shells glinting in the dim light. Alex fired the shuttle's energy cannons with precision, taking out the lead drone. The others retaliated, firing sharp energy bolts that sliced through nearby rock and debris. The Queen's influence became apparent as she reached out with a subtle telepathic pulse, guiding Alex's aim and timing. They moved as one, human skill enhanced by alien insight, narrowly avoiding destruction as they destroyed the last of the drones. After the encounter, Alex realized that their survival depended not only on strategy and firepower, but also on trust and understanding. He glanced at Elira, who seemed to radiate quiet approval. Her gaze, intense yet calm, conveyed gratitude and reassurance. Words were unnecessary. Their bond had grown stronger, rooted in shared experience, mutual respect, and the fight to survive. They continued toward the neutral planet of Kalora, a hub for interstellar diplomacy and a place where they could plan their next move. The journey was arduous. The asteroid belt was treacherous, with unpredictable debris, sudden gravitational shifts, and hidden predators. Occasionally, Alex would spot faint energy traces that indicated surveillance or ambushes. He and Elira would adjust their path together, combining human improvisation with her advanced alien awareness to evade detection. During long stretches of travel, Alex began to notice subtle changes in Elira's behavior. She would lean closer when he operated the controls, her eyes flicking to instruments before he could react. She mirrored his movements when he prepared for combat, anticipating actions with uncanny accuracy. Despite her alien nature, there was something profoundly human about her attentiveness, a desire to connect, to cooperate, and perhaps to rely on him as much as he relied on her. Their first night in deep space brought a quiet moment of reflection. With the shuttle stabilized near a floating debris cluster, Alex monitored the sensors while Elira rested nearby. Her form emitted a soft, soothing glow, illuminating the cabin. He studied her carefully, realizing that their connection went beyond survival. The Queen had been through countless battles, experienced political intrigue and betrayal, yet she now trusted him. That trust was a weighty gift, one that inspired both pride and humility. The peace was short-lived. A sudden alarm jolted Alex upright. Multiple energy signatures were converging rapidly, moving faster than their shuttle could match. Mercenaries, he realized, but also alien factions, rogue Xyrathi operatives determined to capture their queen. Alex calculated escape routes, adjusting the shuttle's thrusters to maneuver through the denser debris field. Elira extended her consciousness, subtly amplifying his perception. He could sense the approaching threats before the sensors confirmed their presence. The pursuit was relentless. For hours, they dodged attacks, weaving through asteroid clusters, skimming surfaces, and using gravity wells to disrupt their enemies' targeting systems. Alex's hands moved instinctively, firing, dodging, and plotting each maneuver, while Elira's guidance sharpened his reflexes. The bond between them had grown to the point that he could almost anticipate her thoughts, and she seemed to anticipate his. Every move they made together increased their survival chances, and their trust solidified. In one particularly narrow pass, a rogue Xyrathi fighter attempted to ram the shuttle. Alex calculated the trajectory in milliseconds, but Elira acted faster, emitting a focused telepathic pulse that disrupted the fighter's controls. The ship veered off course, colliding with a floating rock and exploding. Alex exhaled, his heart pounding, glancing at the Queen, who merely nodded subtly. No words were needed. The message was clear. They were stronger together. As the day wore on, they encountered the remains of other skirmishes, destroyed ships, scattered debris, and signs of previous battles. These remnants were warnings, evidence of the danger they faced. Yet Alex found inspiration in their survival. Human creativity, combined with the Queen's advanced capabilities, gave them a unique advantage. He realized that humanity, often underestimated by alien civilizations, had qualities that could challenge even the most formidable foes: ingenuity, courage, and adaptability. During a brief respite near a massive asteroid, Alex and Elira examined their damaged shuttle systems. Energy shields were compromised, and the navigation array required repairs. Elira, her hands glowing with controlled energy, assisted in delicate adjustments that Alex could not perform alone. He watched in awe as her alien physiology manipulated the technology with effortless precision. Their cooperation was seamless. He adjusted components while she optimized energy flows, and together they restored the shuttle to near-optimal condition. The shared work created an unspoken intimacy. Alex found himself talking quietly, explaining human customs, past experiences, and even small personal thoughts. Though Elira did not speak in his language, she responded with subtle gestures and telepathic impressions that conveyed understanding, curiosity, and empathy. Their dialogue, unconventional as it was, strengthened their partnership and hinted at the possibility of deeper connection. They resumed their journey toward Kalora, aware that time was critical. The Queen's presence was a beacon, and every faction that desired power or leverage would pursue them relentlessly. Alex devised strategies to avoid the busiest trade routes and communication hubs, relying on hidden corridors and gravitational anomalies to mask their movements. Elira's intuition proved invaluable. She could sense subtle shifts in energy fields, detecting threats before they appeared on sensors. Along the way, they faced challenges that tested both their physical and mental limits. Collapsing asteroid tunnels, unstable gravity pockets, and sudden energy storms threatened to destroy them at every turn. Each crisis required split-second decisions, relying on trust, quick thinking, and their growing synergy. Alex began to appreciate that their partnership was not just about survival. It was about complementing each other's strengths, merging human resourcefulness with alien capabilities. One particularly tense moment occurred when a group of mercenary ships appeared unexpectedly from behind an asteroid cluster. Alex engaged evasive maneuvers, but the pursuers were relentless, their weapons capable of slicing through the shuttle's shields in seconds. Elira extended a pulse of energy that temporarily disabled the attackers' targeting systems, giving Alex the window to escape. They navigated a narrow path between two massive asteroids, dodging debris and fire with precision. The attack ended as suddenly as it began, leaving both of them breathless but unharmed. That night, while floating in the void near a quiet asteroid, Alex reflected on the events of the day. The Queen, glowing softly beside him, seemed to sense his thoughts. Her eyes, filled with intelligence and curiosity, met his, and he felt a profound understanding pass between them. In that moment, it was clear that their bond had deepened beyond necessity. Elira did not stay close merely because of gratitude or obligation. She stayed because she recognized in him a kindred spirit, someone who shared her values of courage, intelligence, and integrity. The next days were a mix of evasion, survival, and careful progress toward Kalora. Alex navigated through asteroid fields, derelict space stations, and hidden routes, always guided by Elira's intuition and subtle telepathic cues. They grew accustomed to working silently together, each action complementing the other. Even simple tasks, like maintaining the shuttle or plotting courses, became exercises in cooperation, revealing the depth of their partnership. During one quiet moment, Alex prepared a small meal using the limited supplies they had salvaged. Elira observed, her gaze curious, and extended a delicate energy field that subtly enhanced the food's nutritional value. Alex smiled, realizing that her abilities were not only powerful but also practical, a reflection of her intelligence and adaptability. They shared the meal in companionable silence, the vastness of space around them providing a backdrop to their growing trust and connection. As they neared Kalora, the stakes grew higher. Rumors of their presence had reached distant factions, and the likelihood of ambush increased. Alex devised a bold strategy. Instead of avoiding attention entirely, they would use controlled exposure to lure enemy forces into traps, turning the pursuers' aggression against them. Elira, understanding the plan through subtle communication, agreed and prepared to act as both shield and guide. Their first attempt was a success. By drawing enemy scouts into a carefully chosen asteroid canyon, Alex and Elira neutralized several pursuing ships while minimizing risk to themselves. The combination of human ingenuity and alien power proved formidable, reinforcing Alex's belief that humanity could inspire loyalty and respect even from advanced species. As they finally approached the outskirts of Kalora, both felt the weight of the journey behind them. They had faced near-death encounters, relentless pursuers, and unpredictable hazards, yet emerged stronger, their bond unbroken. Alex realized that saving the Queen had transformed into something much larger, an alliance built on trust, mutual respect, and a shared understanding of each other's strengths. Elira's eyes glowed softly as she regarded him, a silent acknowledgement that they had survived together, not just as rescuer and rescued, but as partners in a vast and dangerous galaxy. Alex felt a sense of pride and determination. Their journey was far from over, but for the first time he understood the true significance of their bond. In the quiet expanse of space, Alex knew one thing with certainty. The Queen would not let him leave her side, and he would not want to. Their journey had forged a connection stronger than fear, stronger than duty, stronger than circumstance. Together, they would face the dangers ahead, and their story, already remarkable, was only beginning. The neutral planet of Kalora loomed ahead, a swirling sphere of blues and greens, with thick clouds partially hiding sprawling cities and orbital platforms. Alex Mercer adjusted the controls of the shuttle, navigating through the upper atmosphere with Elira glowing softly beside him. Their long journey through the asteroid belt had tested their endurance and resourcefulness, but it had also forged a bond that neither could ignore. Elira's presence had become as essential as the shuttle's systems themselves, her calm intelligence guiding Alex through every decision. The shuttle landed carefully on a secluded docking platform on the outskirts of Kalora's capital city. The city below hummed with the energy of countless species, humans and aliens alike, trading, building, and negotiating in a complex dance of coexistence. Despite the apparent peace, Alex knew the dangers were far from over. The Queen of the Zyrathi, his companion in charge, was a symbol of power that could incite both admiration and aggression. Rogue factions, human mercenaries, and rival alien groups would stop at nothing to seize her for themselves. Their presence here would be noticed, and every step required caution. Alex guided Elira through the docking station, careful to avoid attention. Security drones and personnel moved among the crowd, scanning faces and identification codes. Elira's awareness of subtle energy shifts allowed them to navigate undetected, slipping through corridors and hidden passageways that Alex would never have found on his own. Her energy pulses subtly interacted with the local technology, allowing them to bypass security locks and surveillance without leaving a trace. Once they reached the relative safety of a small, abandoned observation outpost on the city's outskirts, Alex took a moment to study Elira. She stood tall and luminous, her body casting soft light across the room. Alex felt a mix of awe and responsibility. She was more than a leader. She was a symbol, a being of wisdom and power who now relied on him for survival. He understood that every choice he made would not only affect their immediate safety, but potentially alter the political balance of multiple star systems. During their first night on Kalora, Alex set up secure communications and attempted to reach out to friendly contacts within the Interstellar Council. Elira observed quietly, occasionally extending her energy field to stabilize communications that were disrupted by interference or sabotage attempts. Despite her alien physiology, her understanding of strategy and diplomacy was profound. Alex realized that this queen, whom he had rescued, possessed not only power but an extraordinary ability to assess situations, read people, and adapt quickly. Over the next several days, Alex and Elira moved carefully through the city, making contact with neutral parties who could provide safe passage, intelligence, and support. Every interaction carried risk. Any exposure could alert hostile factions that the Queen was present. Yet Alex found that human ingenuity and courage often impressed even the most skeptical of alien officials. He leveraged his knowledge of human behavior, negotiation tactics, and quick thinking to gain allies. Elira, with her calm presence and subtle guidance, enhanced these efforts, her reputation opening doors and calming tensions in ways Alex could not. Despite the constant danger, Alex noticed that Elira had begun to rely on him as much as he relied on her. Her telepathic pulses became more frequent, signaling not just warnings but guidance, encouragement, and even subtle suggestions. In turn, Alex found himself increasingly attuned to her needs and intentions. Their communication had evolved beyond language, beyond gestures, into a seamless interaction of thought, intuition, and trust. Each day reinforced the bond that had begun on the asteroid belt, a bond that neither could ignore or dismiss. Their first major challenge came when rogue Xyrathi operatives attempted to infiltrate the city. These operatives were skilled and determined, willing to risk their lives to capture the Queen. Alex and Elira were alerted by subtle energy distortions detected by Elira's heightened awareness. They prepared carefully, setting traps and planning ambushes to counter the attack. The rogue operatives arrived in stealth craft, moving swiftly through the city's orbital corridors. Alex guided them through a series of calculated maneuvers, using his knowledge of terrain, human ingenuity, and Elira's alien abilities to neutralize the threat. During the confrontation, Alex marveled at Elira's calm precision. She moved with grace and power, using energy pulses to disable weapons and create protective barriers. Her presence was commanding, inspiring both fear and respect in those who opposed her. Alex realized that their partnership was now fully symbiotic. He relied on her strength and insight, and she relied on his creativity and adaptability. Together, they overcame the threat without unnecessary harm, preserving the fragile peace of the city while demonstrating their combined capabilities. After the skirmish, Alex and Elira regrouped in their safe house. The Queen's glow was softer now, reflecting a state of calm and trust. She extended a hand toward him, a subtle gesture of appreciation. Alex understood the significance of the moment. Their bond had grown beyond mere survival. It was a connection rooted in mutual respect, shared experience, and an unspoken understanding of each other's value. He realized that Elira would not let him leave her side, not out of obligation, but out of recognition that they were stronger together. In the following days, Alex worked to establish formal alliances with the city's Interstellar Council representatives. He leveraged the story of the rescue, the Queen's presence, and their shared survival to inspire confidence in potential allies. Elira, standing beside him, radiated authority and trustworthiness. Her presence amplified Alex's efforts, her subtle influence ensuring that negotiations proceeded smoothly and favorably. Together, they built a network of support that would prove essential in the challenges to come. Despite their progress, the political landscape remained tense. Rival factions, both human and alien, continued to plot, seeking any advantage that could tip the balance of power. Alex and Elira had to anticipate threats at every turn, using a combination of strategy, intelligence gathering, and preemptive action to stay ahead. Their days were filled with careful planning, covert operations, and constant vigilance, each success reinforcing their growing confidence and trust in one another. One afternoon, while reviewing maps and intelligence reports, Alex noticed an unusual pattern. Certain trade routes and communication channels had been compromised, suggesting a coordinated effort to isolate Cholera and capture the Queen. He shared his observations with Elira, who responded with a subtle telepathic pulse, indicating recognition and agreement. Together, they devised a counterplan, using misinformation, diversions, and controlled exposure to draw their pursuers into traps. The Queen's ability to manipulate energy fields and influence technology proved invaluable, turning potential danger into strategic advantage. Their first test of the plan came quickly. A fleet of mercenary ships appeared on the outskirts of the city, attempting to blockade key routes and cut off escape options. Alex guided Elira through a series of calculated maneuvers, using the city's orbital corridors and gravitational anomalies to their advantage. Elira extended her energy fields to disrupt targeting systems and shield them from attacks. The operation was precise, coordinated, and effective. By the time the mercenary fleet realized the trap, several ships were disabled, and the remainder retreated. The success reinforced Alex's belief in the strength of their partnership. Humanity, often underestimated by alien civilizations, had qualities that could challenge even the most formidable opponents. Creativity, resilience, and the ability to inspire loyalty and trust. Elira's presence amplified these qualities, her insight and abilities turning human ingenuity into a formidable force. Together, they had proven that cooperation, understanding, and mutual respect could overcome even the most dangerous threats. In the quiet moments between operations, Alex and Elira shared experiences and reflections. Though their communication remained largely nonverbal, a deep understanding had developed. Alex explained aspects of human life, culture, and values, while Elira conveyed fragments of Xyrathi wisdom, strategy, and philosophy through gestures and subtle telepathic impressions. The exchange fostered mutual respect and admiration, creating a bond that transcended language, species, and circumstance. As weeks passed, their presence in Cholera became known, and the story of the human who had saved the alien queen spread across multiple star systems. This notoriety inspired hope, curiosity, and admiration. Many saw the alliance between Alex and Elira as a symbol of potential unity, demonstrating that humans could earn trust and respect from even the most advanced and powerful alien civilizations. Despite their growing influence, danger remained ever-present. New threats emerged, including sabotage attempts, assassination plots, and espionage from rival factions. Each challenge required careful planning, swift action, and the seamless coordination of Alex and Elira's combined skills. Their bond, tested repeatedly, only grew stronger. They moved as a single unit, human adaptability and courage harmonized with alien intelligence and power. One evening, as Cholera's twin moons rose over the city, Alex reflected on their journey. From the asteroid belt to the city's outskirts, they had faced overwhelming odds and survived through trust, ingenuity, and courage. Elira, glowing softly beside him, radiated calm and confidence. Alex realized that she would not let him leave her side, and in truth, he would not want to. Their survival, their success, and their growing connection had created something extraordinary, a partnership capable of influencing galaxies. As they prepared for the next phase of their mission, formal recognition by the Interstellar Council, and securing lasting peace for the Queen's people, Alex felt a profound sense of purpose. He was no longer just a pilot or a rescuer. He was an ally, a strategist, and a partner to a being of immense power and wisdom. Together, they had proven that humanity, through courage, empathy, and intelligence, could stand alongside the most advanced civilizations. Elira's eyes met his, and in that silent exchange, Alex understood everything without words. Their journey had forged a bond unbreakable by fear, distance, or danger. She had chosen to stay by his side, not as a captive, but as a companion, a partner, and a friend. Their future was uncertain, filled with political intrigue, threats, and challenges, yet Alex felt ready. With the Queen beside him, he knew they could face anything. In the quiet of the outpost, the stars above Cholera shone brightly, reflecting the possibilities ahead. Alex and Elira had survived, adapted, and thrived together, creating a story of courage, unity, and hope. And though the galaxy was vast and full of dangers yet unseen, one truth remained clear. The human who saved the alien queen and the queen who would not leave his side had become a force capable of shaping the future of countless worlds. The bond they shared was no longer merely a matter of survival. It had become a symbol, a testament to the strength of trust, understanding, and mutual respect between species. Together they would face whatever came next, side by side, a human and an alien united not just by circumstance but by choice, courage, and the unwavering recognition of each other's value.